You're listening to DORiS Radio.
You're listening to DORiS Radio on WHCP.
You're listening to DORiS Radio on
WHCP. DORiS Radio.
DORiS Radio.
I'd love to hear about how you guys got to the point of that point of healing from the traumatic experiences of
Who said we healed?
Parent. Okay, yes. Tell me about
Who
it.
said we healed?
All right.
I wake up every day and the first thing I think about is, man, I wonder if my dad would be proud of me if he saw me today. Or I wonder what me and my dad would do today if he was alive. And I wonder if he would be able to help me out with everything that I'm working in on. You feel me? And I'm
There's really no healing from something like that.
You just learn how to manage
how to
it.
cope with it, you know what I mean? Not put it to the back, but don't let it distract you from your future goals, you know what I'm saying? Like you still gotta push through, you know what I mean? It's always
Life
somebody
keeps
else
going.
still depending on you know what I'm saying? Everybody not gone, you know what I mean? It's just the main one that you wanted to be here is not here, you know what I mean? But they still here for real, you know what I mean? You just gotta keep pushing and keep going, man. It's not easy, but it ain't. I wouldn't say it's not hard, but you know what I mean? When you've been through a lot, man, you toughen up, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, life hardens you up.
Exactly.
You know
and
what
just
I mean?
learn to get through it, man.
And I don't even mean it in the sense of being violent or angry or stuff like that. It hardens you up in the sense of just knowing,
exactly.
just knowing like, man, this is life.
Word.
None of us ask for the bad stuff about life, but it's life. You know,
Yeah,
the only thing for certain about when you born is you gonna die one day.
Facts.
That's the only thing that's for certain. You know what I'm saying? So
Word.
whatever happens in between is for you to grow from.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like I know for a fact that not having my dad growing up definitely made me a different kind of tough.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? People would be like tough, like, oh, physicality or something, which I really feel like I'm tough there too. I just don't show it. But at the end of the day, I'm talking tough like mentally, spiritually, socially, like,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't really too much that you can, it ain't really too many circumstances you can give me that I either don't know how to manage or that I'm gonna feel rattled in. You know what I mean? And that's from on a lot of different levels, but I honestly feel like it comes from the fact that I didn't have a male influence to teach me this. I had to learn this myself, whether it was right, wrong, and different, whether I went outside and got beat up, whether I went outside and did something that could have cost me my freedom, anything, whether I went outside and beat somebody up. It was just like, however I learned how to cope with my circumstances for the better, even if the way that I learned it wasn't necessarily the best way to go about it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Word. So it's not really a healing process. It's just like, you know, you just keep putting the peroxide in the cut and put the Band-Aid over it.
Right.
Eventually it'll scab up. You know what I'm saying? It's never going nowhere.
Scar gonna stay there.
It's
for
there,
life, though.
but you know, it don't hurt as
Scar
much
there.
no more, and it's less noticeable. And you might even forget it's there sometime till one day you
hit it again.
hit it, and then it's like, I forgot
yes.
you was, you know, that hurt. You know what I'm saying? That hurt for real.
Word.
That analogy's crazy about like a memory. Memory
Yeah,
is like
man.
that. You know, it's
You're
like
listening to
hitting the
DORiS
scar.
Radio.
Seriously though.
You're listening to DORiS Radio on WHCP.
You're listening to DORiS
101.1.
Radio on
oh
WHCP.
DORiS Radio.
DORiS
WHCP 101.
Alright, yo, welcome back, guys. This is Feddi the Cannon, and you are listening to DORiS Radio on WHCP 101.5 FM. Keep it locked, you heard?
Hey, and we're super excited to be joined today with Feddi the Cannon. And
Yes, sir.
That's right.
Y'all, we had our first track played. We got 100 Proof. We got two more coming up, Robbery and Baby Boy.
Yes, sir.
And I'd love to go into, you know, what is the creative process like for you when you're from beginning, the genesis of
You want to
a
know
song?
what's crazy about what you just now asked me? 20 minutes before we got to the
Fact
station,
up.
we was going over some work that me and him is, you know, some music, and he literally asked, was like, bro, where you be at mentally? Like when it's time to go sit down and do our work, the way you hit these beats and stuff, like where do your mind be? And I just said, like, yo, somebody asked me that on the radio, that would be the first question that I wouldn't even know how to answer. And here we go.
He definitely did.
I said exactly that, but the best way that I could put it,
20 minutes
man, and this is what I told him, when I hear the beat, it puts me in a mood, a certain like state of mind, a certain vibe, a certain energy, whether it's an upbeat energy, whether it's mellow, whether it's mad, whether it's sad, it put me in a certain energy. I also see a color. that color and that energy combined is what's dictating what this song is gonna feel like. Now at this point, I really don't even know what I'm about to say, and I told him this. I don't know what I'm about to say, what flow or cadence is about to be, or whatever. But by the time I pick up the pen and I finally catch whatever I want my first statement to be, it could be like 1 or 2 words. It could be 8 to 12 words. Whatever that flow is in that statement that I'm starting with, that's going to dictate the rest of that's going to dictate the cadence, the feel, the flow, the energy. It's like I can't really put a formula to that madness. It's like how do you explain how a hurricane starts? You know what I'm saying? It's just like we know how, but how do we put that into words? You know what I'm saying? It's just like it just happens, bro. It happens. That's the best way I could put it, man. It's like to try to explain my artist process. That's like a dictionary in itself. Yo, I'm just being honest, man. There's too many different variables that I could have a good day that day. The cloud could be a rainy day. That could dictate what I'm about to do on this song. You know what I'm saying? I could have just left my bro crib for the weekend spending time with my extended family. That could dictate whatever I'm about to talk about in the song. And the song don't even have to be related to that type of vibe. It could be a street anthem. But the fact that I just left bro crib is somehow, some way going to create an energy that's going to translate to whatever's you see what I'm saying? It's just life, bro. Just to go back to the regular statement, it's just life. And as far as the creative process and how like whatever hits the pen, hits the page, and then goes to your ears, it's like, I guess it's just my prototype as a rapper. I was a battle rapper first. You know, I didn't make songs at first. I looked to bite your face off your front. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get real gritty and, you know, physical and aggressive with you. And I don't know, I guess everything in one just plays into that, bro. I can't really explain. Ruger, what's your artist process? I mean, help me out, bro. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
I love that answer, man. I think that's great.
Yeah, I mean, that sums it up, though. You know what I mean? The beat is definitely going to dictate what I say or what I do on the track, you know? I don't really have a process, you know what I mean? I gotta roll one up and vibe to the beat, you know what I mean, and get in that mode. And like he said, the beat is gonna dictate, you know what I'm saying?
Everything that you about to do.
It depends on how them 808s hitting, you know what I mean? How
snares kicking.
Like I gotta analyze that beat first before I go
attack
it and do my thing. But
getting into that headspace.
Oh yeah.
And to piggyback off what he said, like it's always nice to have a little bit of Mary Jane.
Come on, man.
Help me clear my mind, please, baby. I love her just the same.
MJ.
Word, man.
Yeah, man.
What was that transition like, going from battle rapping to the first project? What was the first project you put out?
The first project that I put out was a tape called Fatal Attraction Volume 1.
Word.
Come on.
It happened when I was still a junior in college. What was that experience like? At that point, I was really still a battle rapper. Like when I went to UMES, and I ain't gonna lie, I got a quick claim to fame at UMES because of rap, but it was because I was battling the boys who was already there that the whole campus thought was nice till they saw me. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting out there like, and don't get me wrong, it was a couple people out there who was like, nah, he really legit, but 9 out of the 10 dudes that was out there that the campus thought could rap, I'm looking at like, oh my God, they not gonna know what hit them when they see me though. So I was really still a battle rapper, but I realized it's like, in that moment, I'm like, yo, I'm on a college campus. I got this whole market. There's people from New York here, Philly, Baltimore, DC, Virginia, Atlanta, Texas, LA. Out of the country. It was overseas foreign students at my campus. It's like, yo, they all know me. When they see me on campus, they either be like, yo, what's up, Fatal? Or, yo, that's the boy who rap. That's the boy who was out in front of the Rotunda last night giving out work. So I'm like, yo, I got to do something to make them remember me. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I started to realize, like, yo, battle rapping is going to make them see you. How do you grab this fan base and captivate them now? Because you really can rap regardless. It don't have to be just battle rapping. That's what made me say, I'm going to put out a mixtape. And I put that joint out on my college campus. It turned me into a campus celebrity if I wasn't already. I'm just being honest with you. And from then, the realization of that made me realize, like, yo, this is my first time not being in either Cambridge or Philly. Like, this is not people who know me by default just because I'm little TJ from the block. You know what I'm saying? These are people who really don't know me from dirt, but I'm captivating them with my talent. Like, they know my work. So it's like, these are genuine fans, boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's start treating them with some respect. Let's give them what they want. So that's how I started really transitioning from a battle rapper to an artist. You know what I'm saying? But you never forget where you came from. Like, even in some of my songs and verses that I have on my album, it's like, if you really listen, you can hear the battle rap foundation and how I'm structuring what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you could tell, like, he started from a different genre of rap, per se. You know what I mean? Because even my verses sort of still sound like I'm getting at you almost. Like, on a song called Talking to Myself, it's just like, I'm literally doing that. I'm talking to myself, and I'm not really battling myself. It's more so like me just clearing my mind, venting. You know, if you, in the morning, you might get up to wash your face and you see yourself in the mirror and you had that little talk with yourself like, man, damn, I don't feel like going to work today. You know what I mean? Whatever it may be. It's one of them type tracks, but it's like, it's bar heavy, man. I'm just bar heavy. No matter whether I'm battle rapping to a girl, rapping for an event, I'm bar heavy first. Like, I'm from that genre of rappers like Kiss and Banks and Cassidy and Pat Poo's Clips, Pat to a certain extent. Big Pun. Like, if you can really rap, you know what I'm saying? Even all the way down to the unit. Like, when I think of Ruger, I think of Ruger as like a 50 Cent type demeanor, but his artistry is like Game and Banks. We know Game and Banks was really the best rappers in G Unit. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. But the Boss Chief was 50. It's like he carried that Boss Chief aura, but his artistry is like, nah, bro, I can really rap, whether you know it or not, and I'm willing to show you that too. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Real talk.
Tell me about some of you guys' like upcoming projects. What are we gonna be seeing from Defy the Odds in the future?
In general, I do want to mention Blindside is out right now. That's my album. J.E. $. Just the album is out right now on all platforms. Get both of those. CK730 is working on his debut project. More specifically and significantly to me, because I'm excited about this one. It's the joint project me and Kruger is working on. We have a title that we thinking of, you know what I mean? I'm not going to throw it out there yet because that might change coming into due days because we haven't finalized everything. If he don't think so, then he can go ahead and say it then, because I'm just...
Let's go.
It's definitely book smart, street smart.
Book smart, street smarts, man. It's like the exact definition of what you going to get when you get us. It's like... we both book smart and street smart, but if I'm gonna just be honest, I'm more heavily on the book smart side. And it's like I'm 70% book smart, 30 street smart. It's like, and it's not to say he not book smart, but if you look at that on the other scale, it's like he's 70% street smart, and so it's like we won't balance each other out. It's like we just being our authentic self. You know what I mean?
Just talking about that balance of energy.
Exactly, man. That's what we do, man. That's why.
And the mix of how we mess well, like we got this track called More Focus. And we thinking about making that the either the lead intro off of the album to like promote it, or if it's not, it's gonna be this track called We Know How to Hustle, and that's the only two I'm giving y'all because I want to have y'all anticipating something. You know what I mean? Because that's two bangers. That's two bangers, boy.
Both of them.
Two bangers like Gordon and Levine.
It's crazy.
You know what I mean?
The chemistry is crazy, man.
The chemistry been crazy since we was young, though. Like before we. Well, I'm gonna be for real. I always kind of took rap serious. He could always rap, but he was just into other things. He had a more significant role for his household, if we could just be fair. So it's not like he really could be a kid who wanted to rap. He really, as we just said, was like head of household at a certain age. You know what I mean? So
the rap shit was on the back burner for me. You know what I mean? But
we on the radio.
Oh yeah,
but it's all good. I like that. That let you know we real. You know what I'm saying? But nah, if I could be honest, man, Ruger really been my brother since we was probably like 10 and 11 years old. And that's like facts. Since Mace's Lane summer camp, since being in the same elective classes in high school. Remember Petrosky class? Petrosky class was an all-star lineup, boy.
Shout out Petrosky, man. I wish I could find him.
He was the band teacher, you know what I mean? So, you know, I kind of wanted to be there anyway because it was the music. But the lineup and the just diversity of people who was in that class, even down to Petrosky himself, it just couldn't be matched, bro. That'll forever be, from kindergarten all the way up until I got my degree. That's one of my favorite classes that I'm gonna never forget ever. I remember the teacher. I remember every student that was in that joint. I remember everything that happened. Like, it was classic. But like, it be stuff like that just speak in reference to, you know what I'm saying? Like, this my brother for life. Like, I was in this man's wedding. You know what I mean? Like, that was the first wedding I was ever a part of in my life. You know, that was the first wedding. That was the only wedding that I had ever been to outside of the one in my family, and that was the first wedding that I was a part of. And to me, whether he knew it or not, that meant something to me a lot. You know what I'm saying? Because it's just like, bro, I know your story. I know, like, your family situation and circumstances, and for you to ask me to be a groomsman, it make me feel like I'm a part of your family. And that's how I look at you. So, yeah, like, that was big to me. But before music or rap ever came into play, this just been my brother. Like, my grandma, R.I.P. Nana, my Nana loved him. You know what I'm saying? He'd come over there, and me and Nana might be play arguing or whatever. He'd check me like, yo, who you talking to, bro? Like, bro, I was just playing. You know what I'm saying?
I talk to Nana like that. Real
word. But this is really my bro, man.
Word.
Real talk, from then to now. So the music is just sort of like a plus. It's something that we can find. It's just like an added plus to the fact that we already got this unbreakable chemistry and bond. It's like, this is just what we can make out of it. Right. Aside from that, this can really make us millions because we really nice. Facts. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of then, tell me about, what was your first project like? What was that process like?
Man, my first project was a diss record.
What was this? My
first project was a diss record, man. I probably was like 13, 14, man. And you know, it was a little bit of beef going on in the streets or whatnot. You know what I mean? And the guys who I did the diss track against, they was already rapping. You know what I mean? I wasn't rapping. I was running the streets doing what I do. But yeah, you know what I mean? So once I got into the beef with them, I was like, you know what? You know what I mean? Everybody rapping, I might as well try it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, let me get a little taste of it. Yeah, and then, you know what I mean? My diss record ended up, you know what I mean?
Being the one.
Yeah, people liked it in the hood. So, you know, I felt like, I might as well keep doing it. You know what I mean? I didn't keep at it as consistently as I should, but, you know.
But you stayed with it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, once in a while you gotta go. You know how when you like, you on a trail with your homeboy or whatever, and then you look back after a couple miles and you realize, oh, he didn't stop. Let me go get him. You feel like, oh, yeah, come on. Matter of fact, lean on me. I'm gonna drag you up till you get your energy.
Yeah, no, that's word,
we
bro.
all need that.
Exactly, bro. That's why.
I mean, he's done that for me before, though. It's been plenty of times, like, even if he wasn't making music, he'd call me up like, bro, when you gonna drop something else, bro? You know what I'm saying? Because, like, you still gotta keep this train moving. And so, you know, it's like a scratch my back, I scratch yours situation. It's like, no one man above a crew, nobody left behind, nobody's a boss, we just all bosses. You know what I mean?
That's real.
Yes, sir.
Word.
Respect, man.
WHCP 101.